It's a deafening sound. We become light on the ground, then soil. To be one with the sky, where the souls all collide, turn to gold.
Sukhasana, or an easy seated pose. And so for that, I'd like to offer the support of a blanket to sit upon. Cross-legged position, and then whatever leg you naturally are coming to start, see if you can switch it up. So bring the other leg either on top or in front. Hands on your knees, sit up nice and tall. Hold the breath. Good. Gathering the shoulders up to your ears, maybe feeling the tension that you've collected in your neck, and drawing your shoulders together and down your back. Let your elbows drop down. Put your spine up nice and tall. Bring your eyes to close. As you sit here, start to observe your breath. Notice how deep your inhale travels in your lungs. Reach all the way down to a point that feels like it's just behind your navel. And if you're not getting that deep of a breath to start, then start to focus on expanding at the diaphragm so that there's room to pull that diaphragm down and extend the lungs. Exhale slowly, compressing to push the air out. Keeping your lips sealed, moving into a little bit more of a restriction in your throat, Ujjayi breath. Again, feeling the expansion around the bottom of your rib cage. Pull your lungs down. And exhale. Feel your breath move past the very base of your throat as it drops down to the bottom and slowly fills the lungs. Exhale. Then move your hands to either where your bra strap is, or feeling with your pointer fingers at the bottom tips of the ribs. And you should feel an expansion there in your chest cavity. Take an inhale. With your thumbs wrapping around the back and pointer finger in the front, notice that expansion happens side to side, front, and then also in those intercostal muscles along the back that stitch your ribs together. Exhale. Now bring your hands up across your collarbones. Use your fingertips to kind of cup and pull down those collarbones. Again, take an inhale. Hopefully, you feel little to no movement in your collarbones. Maybe at the very top, you might feel a slight lift. Exhale. If you felt a lot of movement there, see if you can stabilize your shoulders and use your diaphragm more to make the breath deep and complete. Again, inhale. And exhale. Continue breathing here, either fingertips at your collarbones or at your diaphragm, whichever you found more helpful to deepen your breath. Sometimes when we're under a lot of stress, or we're just simply not thinking about our breath, it can move into exhale. a movement that is all in the shoulders and in the upper body. Inhale. And that can cause a lot of extra stress, constriction around our neck and our chest. Exhale. And so sometimes we have to take those patterns and we have to redirect them and make new pathways, new grooves, reteaching our body to breathe from the diaphragm. Inhale. And exhale. Start to bring your feet out in front of you into Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, hips still propped up on your blanket. Hands can come to your shins. If your hips are a little bit tight and in your groins, then your hands can support you underneath your knees. And inhale. And exhale. Now we're really going to start to force our body to feel the diaphragm with Uddiyana Bandha. So that is a lock, or a bandha means lock or bind, at our diaphragm. So it looks like this. I think everybody on the call has done this before, but we'll take an inhale and I'll just demonstrate it and then we'll do it together. It'll be a forceful exhale through the mouth. On empty, you'll constrict at the throat. You'll feel your diaphragm pull down into the area of your intestines. Release and breathe in. It's like it's a vacuum inside of your core. So let's do that all together. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Feel your lips on empty. So your diaphragm is high, and then as you seal and pull up, it starts to pull down, creating this vacuum, right? So it's up and then it's like vacuum sealing your cavity in, so you can really start to feel it. You'll release your belly and then inhale. So take just a couple breaths of Ujjayi here. Full deep breaths. Again, feeling that the breath is initiating at the diaphragm. You pull the diaphragm down so that breath feels like it's pulling all the way down to your navel. Exhale. This time, inhale for Uddiyana. Open mouth, exhale. Seal the lips. You'll feel the ribs flare out. Your navel will flatten back against your spine like there's just no air in that cavity. It's like a vacuum seal. And then you'll release that belly, release the tension, take an inhale. Easy and out through the nose. Last time, take an inhale here for Uddiyana. Feel that inhale expand at the diaphragm. And then open mouth, forceful exhale. Seal the lips. Release the belly and inhale. So this next is a half lotus twist. You might want to stay on your blanket, keeping the hips a little bit higher for this. You probably will want the strap. So pull whichever leg you have on the bottom in, and then the top leg, you're gonna bring the outside edge as close as you can to the upper hip. So it's coming into that hip crease right where your psoas peeks through. There can be, like I said, a lot of stress in that area. Lasso your foot with the strap and then take both tails of the strap over to the opposite side. Sit up nice and tall, and you'll feel that front knee fold down. Now this can be slightly uncomfortable for people. So if this is, then you can just take Sukhasana and take the twist this way without the strap, without the half lotus. We don't usually have this rotation in our knee. All right, so you'll take the hand of which the foot is on that side, bring it to the opposite knee, reach around with the opposite hand, grab the straps behind you. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, twist. Working that hand as high up on the strap as you can. Try and keep your chin in line with your chest so you're not over rotating in the top 7 vertebrae, but instead keeping a nice long spine. Again, letting the neck more so relax in this pose. Close your eyes. Feel the twisting in your core. And notice as you start to descend into and inside the body, if there is an area that's just kind of nagging, or maybe it's an area as you drop your awareness from your head down your body, past the hips and into your feet, you almost skip over. Could be on purpose. Potentially it's an area of the body that you're struggling with right now, or choose to not look at in the mirror, and let this class be dedicated to that part of your body. Or if it's an area where you're maybe feeling like you have some tension or some feelings that you kind of covered up with snow and disregarded, let yourself get in there and explore. Exhale, slowly release, and switch the cross of your leg, bringing the leg that was on top out, heel in, and then taking the opposite leg over top in a half lotus position. If you didn't do half lotus on the other side, then choose the same variation that you took. Take the strap, lasso it around your foot. Tails of the strap around the back side. Inhale, and then exhale, start to bring the hand across to the knee. Other hand, working your way up the tails of the strap as close as you can to that foot. Maybe for some of you, you can grab those toes, but no need to over pork the spine so early in class. So settle into your twist. Potentially a spot came to mind, and let yourself sink right into that spot, breathing into that spot, letting your breath be a investigation, a curiosity. Noticing where you're tight and what feelings might come up. And giving yourself that pause to just observe them without judgment. Without judgment on that part of your body. Just sitting with it. And then exhale, slowly release back to center. Remove the strap, set it off to the side. Move the blanket off to the side and roll onto your back. Move right into some core work. Bring your knees up to a 90-degree bend. Take your hands, interlace them, and then bring them to your neck so that you're supporting the weight of the head. Flex your toes, and then lower your heels down so your shins are parallel with the floor. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl up And bring both elbow tips to the left knee. So both shoulder blades are lifted off the mat. Inhale, back to center. So keep a slight lift in your upper shoulders. Exhale, curl up, both elbow tips to the right. Inhale, back to center. Knees lift towards the ceiling. Heels stay lower than you think they need to. Exhale, curl up over to the left and extend the right foot out. See if you can spread those right toes. Turn on your right quad. Inhale, center. Pull your low back down to the mat. Exhale, curl elbow tips up over to the right and press the left foot forward so strongly that if I were there and I lifted your left heel, it would lift your hips up. So you're really pressing down. Spread those toes. Inhale, come back to center. Anchor your low back down to the mat. Lower your heels down. Exhale, up and then over to the left. Press the right foot forward. Ground that heel down. Press through the ball of your foot. Spread your toes. Inhale, back to center. Heels drop. Low back anchors. Exhale, elbow tips up over to the right. Press the left foot forward. Inhale, come back to center. Lower your feet down to the mat. Release your head and let your arms extend long. Walk your heels in. Press your feet down and gently lift and curl your spine up for bridge pose. Let your hands come down and find the edges of the mat. Wrap your fingertips under the mat. Pull the mat apart as though you could split it in two right down the middle. Press your feet down, lift your hips high. Take an inhale and exhale. Draw your knees a little bit more forward and lengthen the top of your head the opposite direction. Relax your glutes slightly, press more through your feet. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Take your knees back up. This time coming into eagle legs. You're gonna wrap your right leg around your left. And then maybe this right foot can hook underneath your calf, and maybe it can't. No worries. Again, interlace your hands, bring them to support the weight of your head. Inhale. Exhale, curl up, elbow tips to knee. Inhale, lower head down. Low back anchors. Exhale, curl up, elbow tip to knee. Set your head down. Keep the squeeze in your legs. Last time, exhale. Squeeze your legs, elbow tips to knee. And then lower head down. Take your right hand on top of your right thigh and left hand on top of your right. Squeeze your legs together in towards midline. Inhale. Exhale, push your right hand and left hand into your right thigh, but don't let your legs move. Ugh. This is my least favorite ab pose. Probably means I need to do it all the time. Inhale, release the pressure. Exhale, press hand into thigh. Thigh pushes back into hand. Inhale. Last time, exhale, press hand into thigh, thigh into hand. And release the pressure, bring your left foot down. Left hand to the outside of the right knee and take a gentle supine twist. Over to the left side, extend your right arm out. Inhale. And exhale. Feel the breath, the ease of setting down your body. Maybe some decompression in your low back. Take another deep inhale. Feeling first at the diaphragm and out. Now come back up into center, unwind your legs. And then lift your knees back up into a 90. Left knee over the right. I actually like to manually take my knees and kind of pull them apart before I go into my eagle legs. Interlace hands. Try and take the opposite interlace if you can. Breath in. And exhale, elbow tips up to knees. Pull your knees together, feet together. Push up. Inhale. Knees come back over the hips, extend the spine. And exhale, curl up. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. Inhale, set your upper body down. Left hand on top of left thigh, right hand on top, inhale. And exhale, press. Hands into legs, legs back into hands. Inhale, release the pressure. Squeeze your legs back into midline. Exhale, press. Hands into thigh. Traction your shoulders away from your ear. Inhale, release the pressure. Last time, exhale, press, hands into thigh. Oof, and then release. Right foot down, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gentle supine spinal twist. Knees over to the right, left arm extends. And out. Inhale. And lift your left arm up and bring it over to the side. So you're in a fetal position. Unwind your knees. And gently press yourself up. Come into all fours at the front of your mat. Hands plant down under your thighs. Just gently roll your thighs side to side. Feeling into your hips. King. Your forearms down to the mat. Spread your fingers wide, coming into dolphin pose. Grab opposite biceps. Anchor down your elbows. Press your hands back down. Tuck your toes. Again, let your neck hang and then lift up into dolphin pose. Draw your elbow tips towards each other. Anchor down, especially through thumb and pointer finger. Inhale, lift your heels high. And tiptoe your feet in as close as they'll go. Press into your forearms to press your chest away back towards your knees. Let your heels drop down. Relax your neck, twist it a little bit side to side. Inhale. Feel an expansion now, a little bit more focused in the back body. Shoulder blades pulling away from your spine. A little bit more movement into those intercostal muscles. And then exhale, heels down. Again, inhale, initiating at solar plexus, diaphragm. Hips rise up. Shoulder blades spread away from your spine. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, solar plexus. Move the breath back into your spot. Let it swirl, let it start to move away any of that dust, uncovering, letting yourself sit here with whatever comes up. Exhale, heels down, and then knees down. Untuck your toes, let your hips drop back to your heels. Bring your forehead down, and then hands down along your side. Take an inhale. And exhale here. Feel the smallness of this pose. Like a little seed or embryo. Feel yourself compact, tight, drawn in, but also feel the potency, the potential, the energy ready to blossom, ready to create. Inhale slowly. Unwind out of your embryo. Plant your hands under your shoulders. And then extend one leg back. Rocking a little forward to back. Bring that knee down and take up the opposite leg back. Rocking forward and back. Then lift both legs extended. Plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, knees hover, press back, downward facing dog. Legs come to 95% straight. Still a little bend. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk yourself to the front of your mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Hands take opposite elbows. And you can take your legs out a little bit wider for your forward fold. Let your ribs come down between your thighs. Here. Start to feel, again, the compactness of this pose. And as you press down through your feet and lift your hips high, start to feel the energy also pulling up. Drop your hands down. Bring them in front of you, interlace them. Take the pinky edge, nestle it right at the base of your skull. Wrap your palms around your neck and then hang. So you're manually lengthening your spine by applying a gentle pressure to the bottom of the skull, getting a little bit of traction in those top 7 vertebrae, now at the bottom of your spine. Then drop your hands down. Walk your feet in hip width distance apart. Inhale, press into your shins, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Keep your arms wide and inhale all the way up. And then exhale, hands down to heart center. Relax your shoulders back. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold. Up halfway. Exhale, plant hands, step back to plank. Take a breath here and plank, rock forward. And then exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Slide the toes back, press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, rise up, cobra pose. Let it be a little bit smaller to start, but maybe you feel some of that abdominal work already building in your core, and let yourself stretch into that. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes. Inhale, press up and then back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. Inhale into your solar plexus. Move the breath into your spot. Exhale, strong breath out. You can always do open mouth or maybe even lion's breath. If something's kind of coming up and you want to just expel it, lion's breath is tongue to the chin. So inhale. And then maybe everybody just practice lion's breath. Big exhale. Ha. Tongue out as far as it'll go to that chin. And inhale, look forward. Exhale all of the air out. Step to the front of your mat. Inhale, pull up, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Keep your arms wide. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pull up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step, or take a little hop back. Gentle bend in your elbows. And then yogi's choice, you can lower down halfway or all the way. Halfway, making sure your shoulders don't dip below your elbows, and then pulling through to come to the front of, or the tops of your feet. Otherwise, you're sliding the toes back to come to the top of your feet. You're lowering all the way down. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra, or Upward Facing Dog. And then exhale, pushing up or rolling over your toes back into Downward Facing Dog. 3 breaths into solar plexus, moving into your spot. And then exhale, open mouth, lion's breath, or Ujjayi. Inhale. And exhale. And last time, inhale. Exhale. Hold on, empty. Look forward, gentle bend, step, or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, pull yourself up, half lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms sweep wide all the way up. Exhale, hands together at heart center. All right, pause here. You're going to take your right foot and step it back. Spin to the right side of the mat for a wide leg stance. Inhale, reach your arms up, star pose. Pull your heels in so your toes track out. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Horse or goddess pose. Move a little bit side to side here. And then take your hands to your knees and then pull them up. So the heels of your hands are coming as close as you can to your hip flexors. Inhale, lift up slightly, start to straighten your arms. Exhale, let your hips sit down and traction your spine as you lock out your elbows. And you can move a little bit side to side here. Inhale, bend the elbows, lift out slightly. Then press down into that flesh, maybe even giving yourself a little fascia massage by moving that flesh away from the muscles as you pull down. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, straighten your legs. Arms come up. Toes forward, heels back. Active feet. Exhale, fold all the way down. Prasarita, wide leg forward fold. Here, yogi's choice. You can bend your elbows and dangle. Take that neck traction again if that felt good. Maybe grab outside of your ankles to gently pull yourself down. Close your eyes and take 3 dead deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath in and out. Hands come under your shoulders, lift up halfway. Move your hands to your hips. Use your core to pull yourself all the way up. Take that front leg back forward, left leg, bend your knee, and then step to the front of your mat. All right, so at the front of your mat, you're going to move into chair pose. So I'll face you. Feet hip width distance apart is my preference. So it's like there's a rod going right from where your femur head is, and that should line up with middle of your foot or middle of your heel. Bend your knees so much so that your pointer finger and middle finger can scrape the floor and then come up. Lengthening your spine, move the weight back into your heels. I like to even pull my toes up off the mat. You might even notice your shin muscles activating here. And then do a little ego check. Are you bringing your hands up by compromising in your low back, creating a deep swale? If you are, bring your hands a little bit more forward. Think about drawing your ribs in towards midline so that you have a strong core, so that it's almost like a corset all the way around, really supporting and lengthening your low back. Gaze forward. Lift your left leg up. Flex that foot and then take it into a figure four. Hands come down to heart center. Sit down into that figure four. Feel a stretch in that left glute. Feel the small movements in your grounded leg. Feel how you have the reins here to deepen the pose or to lift slightly out of it so that you can find that perfect spot, honoring where your body is and bringing some compassion into your practice. Let that right leg or left leg slip back down. Bend your knees. Scrape fingertips along the mat. Bring it back up. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down. Weight into the heels. Then notice you can even bring your hands, one to low back, one to belly. Is your core turned on and working here? Can you lengthen your low back a little bit more? Then maybe bring your arms up. Lift your right leg up. Flex that foot. Bring the outside of that ankle above the knee. Hands down into heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in, inhale. And exhale. In here, notice your breath starting and initiating at the diaphragm. Feeling the breath move forward, side and back body in expansion. Slowly release the left foot down. Again, bend your knees, tap, lift up, Utkatasana. Feel those thighs. And then straighten your legs. Bring your hands together at heart center. Press your feet down. Feel the energy trickle down your body into your feet. Press your feet down into the floor of the mat and feel then that energy start to come and rise back up your body so that you are strong. Standing posture. Drop your hands down to your side. Shine your palms forward. Draw your shoulder blades together on your back. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Close your eyes. Inhale, feel the energy rise up. Just above your head. And exhale, feel the energy trickle down like a rinse of water. Slowly open your eyes at the front of your mat. You're going to lift your right knee, coming into one leg Tadasana. And then hinge forward, step your right foot back into a lunge. Palms start to draw back. And then you're going to take that back foot. Heel comes down to the mat, lining up for warrior two in your feet. And then open your torso out to the side. So in Forrest yoga, instead of gaze being forward over your hand, usually practice chin lining up with your chest. Press fiercely through that back foot. Coming a little bit down more in your warrior. Again, think about your ribs drawing in. Navel is pressing back to your spine. And then you're going to drop your hands down in front of you. Take an inhale into your upper back. Feel the shoulders even shrug slightly forward. Then at the top of your inhale, pull your shoulders up together. And then exhale, floss them down your spine. Lunge even deeper as you do that. Inhale, now into the middle of your back. Again, you can feel a slight roll of your shoulders forward. Now pull from your triceps almost together on your back. And then exhale, pull your shoulder blades down your spine. Deepen your lunge. Inhale into more bottom of your back. We did Viloma Pranayama, so think of that first compartment. And then bend your elbows, pull them together. Exhale, draw your shoulders down your back. Inhale, extend arms out, Virabhadrasana 2. And you're going to take your left arm on top of your right for eagle arms. Gaze, chin is still in line with the midline of your chest. Inhale, pull your elbow tips, pull your fingertips up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale. Exhale, tip your torso and your fingers back. Like you were moving into reverse warrior. And just tipping those fingers like a hand of a clock over to 2 o'clock. Inhale, pull yourself forward. Exhale, come forward so that your torso lines up with the angle of your back leg. And it's like your fingertips are now pointing to 10 o'clock on a clock face. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, slight reverse. Feel a little pull from the hip flexor into that hip point on the front leg. Inhale into center. Exhale, back forward. Inhale, come back into midline, unwind the arms, spread your wings. And exhale, we're going to take extended side angle with the variation. So you're going to drop the right arm, swing it all the way back up. And then spin the thumb back, take a half bind. Press the back of your right hand into your low back. You might be able to crawl around to the top of that front thigh. Relax your left ear down to your left shoulder and pull the right shoulder away and then deeper onto the back. Take an inhale. Exhale. Exhale. Breath here. And release the bind. Reach that hand back up. Let it pull you up. Warrior two. And now do move your gaze to the front, and you're gonna step back to the front of your mat. Press your feet down, bend your knees, fingertips scrape, come up into Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, sit more down and back. If it helped bringing one hand to belly, one hand to low back, do that now. Feel the heat start to build and collect in the body. And slowly press to straight, hands together at heart center, and then drop them down to the side. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, feel the energy pull up from your feet, over your body, over your spot, to a space just above your head. Exhale, let that energy trickle down, rinsing like a shower over your body, collecting back at your feet. Your eyes are closed, gently open them. Lift your left knee up, one-legged Tadasana. Bend at your waist, hinge forward, step your left leg back. Coming into an airplane lunge, pull your palms back. Shine your heart forward. Inhale. Exhale, pivot on that back foot, setting up for warrior two legs. Arms extend out to the side. And then drop your hands down. Chin is again midline of the chest. Inhale into your upper back. Let your shoulders roll a little bit forward. And then pull them up together. Exhale, shoulder blades pull down your back. Relax your arms. Inhale to the middle of your back. Thoracic spine. Pull your triceps back. Exhale, draw your shoulders down your back, deepen your legs. Relax your arms. Inhale into low back, bottom quadrant of your core, of your chest area. Bend your elbows, pull your elbow tips together on your back, and exhale, draw down. Inhale, extend your arms out. Take the right arm over the left. Coming into eagle arms. And then inhale, pull your fingertips up. Set a little deeper into your lunge and really press through that back foot. Feel an expansion of your shoulder blades, protracting away from your spine. And then exhale, tip back. 10 o'clock on a clock face to reverse warrior. Inhale, keeping the eagle arms, come back up into center. And exhale the opposite leg. Exhale. Exhale. Tick-tocking back and forth. Inhale into center. Release the arms, expand. And exhale, extended side angle. Right elbow just above the left knee. Drape the left arm down, circle it up. And then spin the thumb back. Take a half bind. Either pressing the back of your palm into your low back or fingertips reaching around for that right upper thigh. Relax your right ear down to your right shoulder. Take an inhale and exhale. Feel a gentle pull of that left shoulder away from your left ear. Maybe Maybe rocking the head a little bit forward, a little bit back. Release that left hand extended up and let it pull you back up into Virabhadrasana 2. Extend your arms out, look forward, and then step to the front of your mat, hands together at heart center. Bend your knees, come down, Utkatasana chair pose. Wrap pinkies forward, thumbs back, take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Start to drop the hips down. Inhale. Exhale, drop the hips down even more. Bring your hands down and gently lower yourself onto the mat. Extend both legs forward. Ground your heels down. Gentle bend in your knees. And then you're going to take the right foot and pull it back. Heel in towards pelvis, let your knee open, and then spin your hips a little bit to open out to the side. Sit up tall here. And then we'll do yogi's choice here. So depending on your needs, you can stay here, heel in, or you can take this in half virasana with your knee out, heel behind you. So it's kind of the same pelvic opening, but sometimes this half virasana variation can be a little too much on your knees. You can also, if you want to try the half virasana variation, you can take a blanket and sit up on a blanket, and that'll make it a little bit easier on the pelvis, potentially, and not so much compression in that knee. And take the strap and bring it around your foot and back out in front of you. From here, you're going to set your left hand to the inside of your left thigh. And then if your leg is forward, you're going to take a half bind with the back hand. So pressing the back of that hand into the low back. If your leg is back, you're going to grab onto your ankle as you sweep over to the side. Feel it opening along the side of your neck. You're in that half bind or have hand on the ankle, you'll release. And then reach the right arm up. Feel yourself go more over to the side. Stretch your arm up overhead and then use your bottom arm to help guide the straps into that arm overhead. Push your hand into your extended leg and then lift up, gazing underneath your bicep. So this strap makes it so that you're going to get the same variation here at the very tip, the same opening as you could if you were down lower. But what it does that's really nice too is it makes it so you can have something to hold and pull into without just focusing on touching those toes. So let the strap be like a go-go gadget arm extender and really feel your chest pulling through under the rainbow of that arm. Once you get that, you can release your neck if there's any pinching, but just try and maintain that openness in the chest. Next exhale, gently release that strap. Walk yourself back up. And then we'll switch sides. So if you're on a side of the mat that's easier for you to see the screen, then you'll just extend the other leg to the back and pull that opposite heel in. Re-straighten yourself out on the mat. And then take the same variation that you did on the first side, either knee bent so that heel is in towards your pelvis, or knee bent behind you so that you're in a half virasana or half hero's pose on that leg. Just strap to the inside of your legs. Grab a hold either of your ankle or take a half bind if the leg is in front. Right hand to the inside of that right thigh, and then allow yourself to drape over. Feel that pull, opening on the side of the neck. Here. Release that hand, take the strap, bring it across the middle of your arch. Hand comes down and slides to the inside of that thigh more, and then reach your left arm up overhead. Guide the strap into that hand. Press your hand into that extended leg so that you can start to open, gaze up past the inside of your bicep to start. Again, let yourself have enough room here. So maybe it's the forearm to the inside of the upper thigh. So you still get that opening, that pulling of the chest through. And then decide if it's better for you tonight to keep your gaze up or to let your head.
It's your oldest fear, but the love you can hear will go. It's a deafening sound. We become light on the ground, then soil.
Inhale.
To be one with the sky.
Exhale, release the strap, move it off to the side. Gently walk your hands in. And then take your feet to the back of your mat. Whichever way is easier, find your blanket, or you have a blanket. I'm just going to offer tonight putting that over the middle of your body, right over your tummy and your hips to anchor that part down. Relax your shoulders down. Close your eyes and settle yourself down into the mat. Toes dropping out to the side. Gently move your awareness from the crown of your head down your body as though you were doing a full body scan. Especially as you move over that spot that you were breathing into tonight. With a little bit more openness. Feel like you have moved or thought or reached into every part of your body, your fingertips grounding down your toes, heels, the muscles on the front of your shins, the little muscles in your ribs, on your shoulders and throat. All of the muscles that attach your skull to the top of your spine. To investigation and movement and breath you have brought into all of those different spots. Finding a light into those shadows. Inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. Draw your knees up. Plant your feet down and gently roll onto one side. And briefly before pressing up into a comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall. Heart center. Now draw your thumbs up to third eye center, your inner wisdom. Be curious. Follow your bliss. Namaste.